As far as home field advantages go in the playoffs, there are few places tougher on a visiting team than this one. Sold out Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. Coming up, divisional round Saturday. We've got an AFC battle on tap, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Denver Broncos. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, they'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Good job right there.
Play action. Now Wilson. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season, and that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Wilson. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. He'll return it from the 6. Powering his way forward. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. To throw is Watson. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. Finding room at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Steps away to his left. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. It's a gain of 34.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Following the penalty, Chubb. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. He'll get 3 of those penalty yards back here, leaving him with a 2nd and 12.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now they're dealing with 2nd and...
Would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. And now again, the play clock's going to run out on them.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
And boy, again, they won't get this off in time. So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
Set.
Off of play action, it's Watson. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Watson. Flushed out right. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Hopkins' kick is good, and the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive stalls out, but the field goal does get them the first points of the night.
And 3 points, not to be underestimated. How about this, right? You're on the road. You're under the lights. National television audience. This is not a dress rehearsal, partner. This is for real. And a pretty nice opening statement.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for. Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On the handoff, McLaughlin.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here comes 3rd and the length of the football.
He'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
A couple of veterans, Wilson to Sutton there for the Bronco first.
If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes it's just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
11 yards there, just like last play.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Trenton Cannon, 29 yards. And the Broncos have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Watson on first down. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Oh, now Moore going to get a chance to run. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. That's a loss of 8 yards there to bring up 3rd.
These guys off the edge are already tough to contain when they're protecting a stationary target. Asking them to hold their blocks when a runner is struggling to find a lane, often an impossible task. Regardless of the outcome on the scoreboard, that will be one of this game's biggest stops.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Alex Singleton, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down.
I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
Returnable for Grant. A big hitter that time in the punt game. 66 yards on the boot. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now a throw here to his running back. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Hey, alert!
Now it's Wilson. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Here's Watson.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like, because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge, because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Now Wilson changing the play.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
The give is to McLaughlin.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Out of the gun, here's Wilson.
That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And he'll take this one down near the 15. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Hey guys, listen. Good job right there. Good job right there.
Here's Wilson. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown.
Greg Dulcich.
A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Broncos will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Their first passing touchdown of the ball game, and they go to the big tight end in those sure hands, and he provides the score.
Certainly looked like they were focused on taking away other weapons, and he certainly made them regret that, because he found the soft spot, ended up taking it to the end zone. Nice throw, too, to complete the play.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Brandon Smith puts it on.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Wants to try to add the PAT. And it's 21-3.
That's the score. Broncos 21, Browns 3. Will Watts set to kick off.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission.
That's caught by his tight end, Jordan Akins. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. On 1st and 10, Watson. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Watson's throw taken in by Cooper here.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Here now a 3rd and 20.
Back to throw, Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try to figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
And the Browns are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. After the interception, here's Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He made his first attempt, this from 45. Hopkins' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started.
And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
As soon as he leaped out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Watson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A first down and then some. Give them 29 yards. Watson. That is incomplete.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. After the run, Watson going to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Coverage is awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion to bring up fourth down.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing. All right, they didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
It was Jacob Phillips who was able to bring him down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Here's Wilson to throw. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Looking at it from the defense's perspective, they could have really used the football to try to start eating into this deficit.
Yeah, because now possession's so crucial at this stage of the game, and when you've got an opportunity to hop on a turnover and you don't get it, you can feel the frustration all the way up here.
And the offense, they're living right now. Another bounce and break that goes their way. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for Denver. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Not too shabby here. This will skip out of bounds at about the 12-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Watson now to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
To throw is Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now this is fielded in the end zone. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Gotta go, in and out, let's go.
On the ground, here's McLaughlin. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into it.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for the Broncos score. Jerry Jeudy, 47 yards. And the Broncos continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it makes it third down and 2 yards to go.
And it's third down.
3rd and 2, Watson. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up. His time is now run out on this third quarter of play. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nick Benito. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Wilson. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll run. It's McLaughlin. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Greg Newsome up to make the stop.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Now Wilson.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
Touchdown!
Greg Dulcich.
A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Broncos are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this 4th quarter lead.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And that will bump the lead up to 26. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Elijah Moore.
75 yards.
And the Browns are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Watson and that Browns offense going to stay out there, and they'll go for 2.
No timeout.
They'll look to throw. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further.
17.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. If they can finish this one out, they'll book a date in the AFC title game next Sunday. And it looks good so far as they try to run some clock here in this 4th quarter. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34. Well, it's kind of fitting. A couple days ago when we met with him, I said, what is it about your running game that's so effective? He said, I like to tag myself as elusive. He was pretty elusive right there.
And his teammates appreciate that because they know they don't have to hold their blocks for very long. As one of them told us, if I just breathe some bad breath on the guy in front of me, that's all I need to do, and he's gone.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
A carry from McLaughlin. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 95 yards rushing for him now in the ball game as he is trying to will his guys to the championship round next weekend.
They'll run on 1st down with Cannon.
Oh, great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15. And they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. A quick throw caught out wide by Judy. Touchdown, Broncos. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Broncos are able to stretch out their lead.
And right now, Charles, I think you'd have to say their class starting to show through.
Yeah, they were disappointed not to get the #1 seed in the playoffs, but the reality is these guys can play anywhere. It doesn't matter for them.
And if they can indeed hold on to this lead, that's going to set up one heck of a championship game next Sunday.
Let's come back and watch it, shall we?
Something tells me you and I are going to be there. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense.
That's caught inside the 20. A big play that time for Cleveland. 72 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Out of the gun, Watson. Rolling to his right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Deshaun Watson, a 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Browns are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Broncos are going to get the football. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Here's McLaughlin.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show off their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll keep it on the ground. It's McLaughlin, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. McLaughlin, and they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
They'll try the left side. It's McLaughlin, and he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the 1st down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
They knew this would be tough on the road, divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this fourth quarter. And now Watson throws another interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception.
Here we go. Sit high. Sit high. Here we go. Sit high. Here we go. Sit high. Sit high. Here we go. Go. Sit high. Sit high. Sit high. Here we go. Sit high. Here we go. We good. Sit high. Sit high. Sit high. go.